Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. We're here. We've reached the end for now.
For
Um,
now.
for Evangelion at least. Wow, what a crazy movie. Uh,
It's nuts. I'm just gonna say out the gate that I think one of the things I love about this movie, because we were talking about three, how it was almost like it was like non sequitur a lot of times. It was
mhm.
like a stream of consciousness. That this movie laughs in the face of three when it comes to making how a movie is made.
Yeah, it the I don't like I before the show started, I finally did some digging because I was just curious how you even do anything here. And I was reading through production notes, and they call the different sections part A, part B, part C, part D.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, and and a lot of the process here that I was reading about is they did previs first. So they didn't. So like Anno wanted to shoot it like how he shot Shin Godzilla. He wanted to shoot it like a live action film. So the process wasn't an animation process, it was a live action first process. So they would previs everything in
That's a very old school
3D.
Disney way of making a movie.
Hmm. So he was because Suramaki was saying like Anno's are has always animated things like a live action, and this time he's structuring it like a live action inside the scene composition. So they would do the previs, and then they would have 3D models, and then they would do motion capture, and then they would interlace the 2D animation and the 3D animation, which they do a really good job of blending that because there's a lot of scenes that I didn't know were 3D that actually are, and then there's that scene at the end that is a 3D scene that looks like garbage, but it's supposed to look like garbage, which is
Yeah.
even crazier. Uh, but like, yeah, they like it's. He was talking about how they would animate things that they never animated before, like characters talking, like a whole section of a scene of characters talking, and then they would go through and edit it and chop it like a live action. So there's like, so you don't see them walk in, but they previs them walking in and going to their spot and then talking, and then it's really insane what
Yeah. I
what
mean,
he did.
I mean, especially like back in like traditional anime, it's a little easier now that everything's like CG done on
Digital,
computers and
yeah.
stuff. Back in the day, like you couldn't edit cartoons like a movie at all.
Because it's just you
There's
draw
an
it.
infamous story of the Black Cauldron from Disney, right? So Michael Eisner's right hand man, his name's escaping me right now, but he's also the co-founder of infamous streaming platform Quibi,
Quibi.
uh, and but also co-founder of DreamWorks. Jeffrey
Yup.
Katzenberg. It's Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Mm.
He doesn't know a thing. He didn't know a thing about. He just knew about being a producer. You know, he didn't know a thing about animation. So he breaks in. He Black Cauldron's production is going to hell. And he kind of bursts into the animation, like the edit, like not the editing, but like the camera room and everything, and just starts cutting up the movie like your edit film, to the point where the animators had to call Michael Eisner and like, you have to get him out of here. He is literally ruining the movie, figuratively and literally ruining the movie we've been working on now. Like it was a big deal, like to just physically cut, edit
That's
scenes out of a
crazy.
movie because then things don't line up anymore and you can't make them
Yeah.
line up. Everything was designed frame by frame by frame by frame.
Hmm.
So once you cut even like one frame out, you create this weird like issue. So yeah, now that we have computers, and Anno was making the original Eva, you know, back in that time frame, you know, still. And now that he's got computers, I'm sure he's just like, oh, the world is my oyster.
Yeah, it's the it seems really the production on this one seems just as laborious and crazy as the series was. I was just skimming it. It's like
It's
it's
actually
nuts.
kind of nuts how hard he went for just like he put like for just this movie. It's like he might as well have just done another TV series with how hard and time consuming the production of this movie was.
Yeah, so it's funny because this movie was announced when 3.0 was announced.
Yeah,
So they were announced together,
yeah,
and uh, I think 3.0 was supposed to release in like 2008, and then it got delayed until 2011.
yeah,
And then 10 years later,
yeah.
we get the conclusion. And
It's
what's
nuts.
funny is I was reading Suramaki talking about pre-production, and he said they started pre-production in 2017. So they weren't working on this
Yeah,
for a long time. They were and Anno, this he was like, okay, I have to make this last one. I don't want to. He really didn't want to. And he had to ask the voice actress for Shinji, like, what would Shinji do? He was like, I can't relate to Shinji anymore. I relate more to Gendo, and I need you, Shinji, to tell me what Shinji would do. And so that's how that process went. And then is him talking about how the first section of the movie had like 40 different edits and rewrites, and that's just
yeah,
um but the fun thing is we have people saying Anno is different now. He's an adult finally. He's a great person.
yeah,
So just despite him grinding everyone into dust, they're like, man, that was fun.
yeah. There seems to be a lot of auto or not auto going to like depending on the people that play the characters.
Yeah.
It's like he kind of relied on
Oscars too.
yeah, just like everybody. Like everybody had a role. Like even when it comes to like Utada with the final song and stuff,
Yeah.
like like giving her letting her choose the voice of how like who's singing this song kind of
Mhm.
thing, and like a lot there's a he trusts everyone and everyone trusts him. They're all ride and die together on this Evangelion ship.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing that I found really cool was Anno. There are people who have been working on the series since the original who stepped down with this film. They're
Yeah.
like, and they specifically stated they wanted to make room for new blood to come in and cut their teeth. So there's a lot of new people who came in, and Anno helped them gain their wings. The Darling and the Franks guy is one of them. Uh,
Learned the wrong messages.
Learned the wrong message, but I mean, despite like the actual content of that show, the animation is good. So it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those things. But
Yeah.
I, it's very. This is so. Usually, when I finish an Evangelion thing, at least in this context, I Google and start, you know,
Yeah.
seeing what I missed. This one is very cut and dry. There isn't anything here to really Google. It's just all there. It's very present. It's
Yeah.
very like I don't need to think. The only filter I have to use is myself at this point, which is a very it's a it makes you feel naked. It made me feel naked. I
Yeah.
was just like I feel uncomfortable how this movie is examining me. But yeah, I think let's just touch on the two short films, and then we can go into the
Yeah.
movie. So 46 hours, I thought was really good.
Yeah.
I like the vibe and the setting a lot. I messaged you, said this is near because that's just like it's literally something that you would see in near.
Yeah.
Um, the
completely blindfolded
reds.
Asuka.
Yeah, her pulling up in the like jet
Yeah.
and blindfolded, blue
A
eyes.
very rare short-haired Asuka in this. That's kind of
Yeah, and she and also yeah, Anno he specifically told her, the voice actors for
yeah.
her, to act different. He said you have to act different. So she was intent. She knew the intent from the get go.
Yeah.
With Asuka's shift that we find out later on. So the first short is really, I thought it was really cool. I love
Yeah.
seeing normal people within crazy circumstances, like a
Yeah.
world of crazy circumstance. I love seeing normal people,
It's
and I
funny that
forgot that this
this
movie is mostly that.
yeah, it's funny that this short is technically okay. So these were made after this movie came after Thrice
Yeah,
Upon a Time came out. They were designed to be special features on the disc for this, and they take place before three. Uh the minus 46 means minus 46H is it takes place 46 hours before uh
three.
three.
Yeah.
A cool concept. So it's Asuka trying to save reclaim Shinji, the Eva, that Shinji is. It's
Hmm.
like it's just setting that, and it's funny that it's like technically sets up characters that we haven't met before, that they just kind of appear in
Yeah.
the final here. Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. I like
Yeah.
it's an animated short too. It's not long, and it gets a point across. It's giving some more context to Asuka
Yeah.
and
To
her whole deal.
Asuka, and also just like I don't know, the other people that are on
The new
the ship.
Vile
Yeah.
crew that we get to know pretty well with such little screen time.
these
Uh
these children that Misato has taken under her
yeah,
wings and adopted,
yeah,
a real ragtag group of kids that she has,
yeah,
which didn't that significance didn't dawn on me until the end of this movie. I was like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
wait. uh, so that was cool. But yeah, then the
Yeah.
second one is 120 minutes.
Yeah, 120 minutes, and it's 2 hours leading up to like it ends where three starts.
Yeah, and it's the
There's actually a version on here where you can watch it with or like with the intro to three or something, or like there's a version online somewhere where you can watch it with the intro going into three.
that's
And
cool.
it's mostly graphic novel.
Yeah, it's a graphic novel.
Yeah,
This one I think is also really good. It's a good
yeah,
Asuka moment. It's a
yeah,
good Mari moment as well.
yeah.
There's a tension between these two I wasn't picking up on before. I was like, these are like very Yuri coded
It is.
between these two.
They're very Utena in in four. I'm like in the movie itself too. The main
Yeah,
movie too.
in the
They
movie it's
really
very heavy.
yeah.
And
I
I was
did.
just sitting there,
It's fun. It's like Mari is just that. Like that's
yeah.
her character. She is so and intentionally so, and a lot of people kind of brush it off about how out of place she is in the entirety of Evangelion. Like it's like clearly the point, but like a lot of people misinterpret what that point means. It seems like
Yeah, no, she's like, because like all the kids, and I mean all the characters, but the kids specifically,
yeah,
the children, they kind of just all have different things wrong with them that can be
yeah,
reflected. And Mari is like the perfect representation of just like freedom and
yeah,
optimism. So like
yeah,
she's that spark that they
yeah,
need, which a lot of this movie wouldn't happen without her. Like
yeah,
she is a
yeah.
she is that.
There is such a hatred for her online, man.
I don't
After
get
the,
it anymore.
after you watch and the problem is, and a major problem I've noticed is that a lot of the discourse around her isn't modern. Like when you Google it, you're trying to learn stuff. You go to like Eva Geeks or
Mhm.
Reddit or whatever. a lot of these are from like 2, 3, 4 years ago, or like even before three. I'm just gonna call it Thrice from here on out because calling it 3.0 plus 1.0 is difficult.
It's a mouthful.
But or even before Thrice came out, and where Mari was uh still a character that like her goals explicit aren't explicit at all at any point throughout this franchise. Even by the end of this, it's just like, okay, it's clearly something, but also like that something is what this show delves into. Real, I like our me and you
Yeah,
delve
yeah,
into because it's not what is said in the show. It is just picking up the clues that they drop and sort of interpreting it based on a lot of things, a lot of hints and drops and theories that you have and stuff. Like she is clearly her character's purpose is very obvious. Like in this by the time it's done, but unfortunately that purpose is meta contextual, which
yeah.
is always a tricky subject to land. Obviously Anno's the master of the meta contextual stuff, and I'm sure
So
we'll get into that.
yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't say I was a Mari hater. I just wasn't like a Mari appreciator
Yeah,
before this, but now I really like her a lot. I think
yeah,
she's super cool.
yeah. There's a few moments in particular too that are just, especially in this one, that are just like killer Eva moments, and like and the way she pushes the story forward into its final direction is brilliant.
Yeah, it's my PowerPoint last uh week. I'm telling you, I I told you guys. It's
Yeah,
it's the blueprint. Especially that point where Gendo's lore dumping. I'm just like, bro, you should just listen to the last
yeah,
last
yeah. Damn, Gendo, why didn't you
episode.
just listen to our podcast?
Um, but yeah, so opening up the Paris set piece is just it's fucking crazy, dude.
It's nuts. It is. Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. I love it. Does something that I love where clearly we are in a hellscape and don't like we only know the bare bones beats of what's going on, right?
Mm.
Like we know that we've had the near third impact and uh a sort of canceled fourth impact, right? Like that's where we're at, but it's what you're thinking.
Oh no, I'm just thinking about they use that acronym
Three
in three
uh
N or N
three
three
yeah
I or
N
whatever. I
three
don't know.
N3I near third
Yeah,
impact N3I.
it's like
Uh
it's
it's fun,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I love that. N3I for the end so at the end of movie 2 was near third impact, N3I as they refer to it here. Uh So, but like the we I the mechanics of what's going on in the world makes absolutely I have no idea what's going on with any of it. I just know it is, and I love that. It's just like, okay, they know what's going on and
Yeah.
they're doing it, and you just have to sort of go with the flow. It's like, okay, everything's red and terrible. There's dead bodies everywhere. Uh and
We know
they're
why that is at least.
yeah,
We can like latch onto that.
you can latch on to the sort of why, but like not the like again, not the mechanics of it, not the like because like at one point they have the whole thing where the why are there what happened in that 14 years where there's just dead Ava corpses everywhere. Like they we obviously understand by the end of the movie, but like
What
at
is he
this
saying?
yeah, at this at this point, they are just dead Evas everywhere, and there's zero idea as to why. Like, they just are, and you have to accept
Hmm.
that. And they don't even really reference it other than the ones that pop up that they call the wanderers. Like, they walk by when they're trying to make it to the village at one point. Like, they walk by so many of, like, just standing Eva corpses in the distance, and nobody gives a shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
nuts.
it does the thing that I love that you're talking about, where
Yeah,
there's like some epic thing happening and you don't know shit about what it is, but you're
yeah,
so locked in. Like they're trying to hack into this obelisk,
yeah.
and fucking Mari is attached to like a 8 dimensional fucking wheel, and she's
Yeah,
spinning around on
she's
strings.
she has a steering wheel in there with like one of those suicide knobs that you would put on
She's
like a
like,
forklift or something. Yeah, and she's like backing it.
she's
And
backing it up,
yeah,
and she's attached to these strings that I mentioned in the last
yeah,
episode. Like they're
it
just
never comes up.
attached. It
Yeah, they
never
just
comes
are.
up, but they're attached. She's attached to strings.
Yeah,
Her mechanism is wholly dependent on these strings,
yeah.
and then also the ship has a bunch of other ships around it. They're attached to strings that are spinning around in this cool
I
ass like formation.
I don't. That's so. It's so funny that ships, and when we say ships, because they're in the Wunder, which is their Nadia ass spaceship that they cruise around, their airship from Final Fantasy that they're going from region to region in to say to
Mhm.
to gain their crystals. Um, but like when we say they have ships that circle around, we mean that in like not the spaceship sense. These are
No,
battleships that are doing this, that are flying and they're moving as if they're on water a lot of times.
so
It's a
cool.
baffling, it's so cool, but it's baffling. It never comes up. We don't know why they're using them as weapons and shields, and
It's so
like
cool,
it's
dude.
so
It's so
cool.
cool.
It's so cool. It just is. It just is, and we accept it, and I love it. This is Anno loves to just. I mean, the reality is clearly Anno just and the artists involved in this entire thing just love ships.
Yeah,
Uh, every time a ship gets involved, it is the most beloved, lovingly crafted by a group of artists to be a ship or a tank or a gun. All of the just military stuff is just
yeah. No, I think so. Just from like a filmmaking, writing perspective, this is Anno's like his most complete work. It is. It's. I think it might be his masterstroke, if I'm being honest. Like just from a skill point of view, from a writing point of view,
yeah,
from just like set pieces, like he's able to do all this cool shit, but he's also not he's also able to execute on these like amazing character moments and story executions and stuff.
yeah.
It's just like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. It's so joyous to watch. It doesn't feel like 2 hours and 30 at all. It feels
No,
really fast.
no.
Um,
It's crazy
but
how at the breakneck speed this movie runs at, but not at the sacrifice of anything. Like it's
mhm,
moving at because sometimes there's really long movies that are moving so fast that it damages the overall tone and story because it has to sort of gloss over or ignore, or you just have to like accept some holes or whatever, but not here. It's just so unbelievably competent. uh
it's crazy. It's
yeah,
like this is something that could only happen in his hands. Like there's nothing will ever like I mean that's just his whole series in general, but this just like people can emulate the Ava style. We've seen it done well with like Near and
yeah.
stuff, but like this is so fine tuned. Like nobody, unless they locked in for 40 years, could execute anything close to this. Yeah,
Yeah,
but so the opening fight, awesome. See a bunch of
yeah,
flying angels that just come out of nowhere, and then
yeah,
a bunch of weird uh Avas that they're like, hey, you're not supposed to use them for military use. I guess Fuyutsuki said, "Fuck it, and we'll just make these like
Yeah, it was
ugly looking human
yeah, hobbled
robots,
together kind of military weapon style versions of Ava units. Yeah, it's against the Vatican Accords or
the
whatever they
Vatican
call.
Accord, uh, movie one lore. I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
what movie
Uh,
one or two?
but yeah, so
No,
the
it's two
Vatican.
because that was Asuka because they
Oh
had to
yeah,
seal up her Ava because of the Vatican Accords.
yeah. So that happens. They fight it, and it's awesome. That's just.
During the
I
whole time
mean,
they're doing their hacking thing and they're against the clock and it's got all these new characters that are doing this stuff and an older, more grizzled Maya who's had enough of these young Gen Zers.
I hate young men.
Yeah, and the whole point of it is to hack this
Obelisk.
obelisk that they're on, which then once it's done, it restores Paris. Like the red haze is gone, Paris is back to normal, and their version of what we're so familiar with Tokyo 3, like the nerve storage locker buildings like rise up from the ground with Ava parts in them.
Yeah,
With
and
this yeah, with them talking about using them to rebuild and repair Unit 2.
Unit two, back in action, buddy.
Back in action. Last time we
But
saw Asuka, she was enclosed in a Castlevania coffin, as I said. So
but we get to see her again. There's the opening title crawl,
yeah,
and Asuka's there,
she is.
pulling our boy along.
Yep.
Our little man Shinji. Will he do the right thing this time? Will he act accordingly? Um, the answer is no. We get to see 40, 50 minutes of Shinji probably being the most pitiful he's ever been.
It's I forgot just how long it takes to snap Shinji out of this. I it seemed like the movie like this was the longest part of the movie is watching Shinji be in a comatose state in various different locations as
Yeah, him being sad, but all the story beats you learn about Village 3
yeah.
is awesome. I want
Yes.
a whole just series about this town. Like I
Yeah.
love everything about it.
I I want this manga. That's what I want. I
Mhm.
think this be perfect manga
Yeah.
series. Just like uh the day in the
So
life of them and what everyone's doing, what their jobs are,
Day in the
it's
Life of Dr. Toji.
yeah, and,
Uh
and and like obviously Kensuke doing like his reconnaissance for Ville while also, helping bring supplies and all that stuff. It's
It's so yeah, so the children are wandering around, Kinsuke finds them and he saves them, brings them back, and we so from there it's just like it's an unfurling of not in a bad way, just like
yeah.
a slow kind of slice of life
Yeah.
segment, but it's centered around Ray, which is really awesome.
This
And
is the
also
this is some of the best Ray content you'll ever get. Like this whole Ray's story arc here is genuinely beautiful.
yeah, it's yeah, that's why my subtitle on my thing is good night, good morning, thank you,
Goodbye.
goodbye. Um so what I wanted to mention because Kensuke in the series, I just pointed out how much of a dweeb he is and he's a nerd.
Yeah.
This is like the new framing of him is so I don't want to say cute, but it's so like positive. It's
Yeah.
it's it's a reinforcement of like the weird shit you liked as a kid, as an
Yeah.
adult,
Yeah.
you can be useful in your community, or you can be just a normal person who still likes these things.
Yeah.
Is a very cool payoff for him. See, oh,
Yeah.
he's just a normal guy now who has all these skills that are useful.
Yeah.
So it was a cool payoff because him and Toji were both painted to be these,
Yeah.
high school dweebs, and
Yeah.
then now they're like adults and they're very
Yeah.
mature and they're like taking care of people.
Yeah.
Um,
I like
I
the like because when Toji does his lore dump is on things, I like the insight you get about this village. How it's like we were a bunch of kids that didn't really know how to survive. Like because
mhm,
when like that happened, they were still kids, and
yeah,
so you know, it's learning as you go. And Toji admitting that he was a kind of a piece of shit initially,
yeah,
but you know when push came to shove, you know he was able to stand there and do what needed to be done. Even if he's not
and
really a doctor, he can be the doctor that they need.
then we have Misato through Wheel, uh, basically sponsoring this small sovereign country. Like, hey, like we'll
Yeah,
protect you and help you. Her taking in more children as the motherly
yeah.
figure within the series, and
Their
that
weird,
is just
their weird humanitarian group of credit.
credit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a. It was so. I love the twist about all of this
Yes.
being something that Kaji made. Like
Yeah.
Kaji made this. This is a whole. This
Yeah.
is Kaji's thing. This isn't a Misato thing.
Yeah.
Um,
She inherited all of this. Not she doesn't want any of it. This isn't
mm-mm.
her goal in life. This isn't what she set out to do, but Kaji has sort of willed this onto her, and like and she feels like she has to basically. So
Yeah, she's burdened by a bunch of men in her life. She has three of
yeah.
them that she has
Yeah.
to constantly worry about or think about.
Yeah.
Um,
With the
and
with the
two of
plot
them are
twist
dead.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, there's another man that she's worried about too. That she, so, uh,
Shinji Ikari,
no, her son
her
that we learn,
son,
her
that looks
son
like Shinji
that looks
Ikari.
like Shinji. Somehow
Um,
Kaji and Masato make Shinji.
it's dude. So there is before we skip to there, I wanted to
Yeah,
touch on Ray.
yeah,
So, um, the recentering of her and like her being curious about the world
yeah,
and curious about people and just curious about life is it's very it's an intentional shift I think to me to make her like because she is the sacrificial lamb. She
yeah.
is
She's created
basic.
specifically for that purpose, like
Yeah,
in a
she
literal sense.
yeah, she's the Jesus
Yeah,
figure. Shinji is he kind of is, but not really. He's more of the sacrificial like hero, I guess,
yeah,
which is still Jesus, but she's a literal like Jesus comparison. Like
yeah,
she's sent to Earth to like she lived in labs before. She never
yeah.
experienced like being around people who cared or just normal people. And then now she's
Immaculate
experiencing
Conception
people.
wasn't birthed sent to Earth by her creator. Yeah.
And yeah, just seeing her and like it's what Jesus did in his
Yeah.
33 years of
Yeah.
the books of the Bible that got taken
Yeah.
out of the Bible, where he's
Yeah.
a human and hangs out with people and fights people and stuff. But yeah, it's I really love that. Just like the Mother Earth
Yeah.
connecting with her people and understanding people, which I think is a big reason why things end up the way that they do. It's not the biggest reason. The biggest reason lies on Shinji, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a twofold thing where it's like it has to be both for it has to be the Lilith and Adam
Yeah.
coming together and reflecting a positive world sort of thing. I think.
Yeah.
The cool thing is we can think whatever we want because there is no solid answer on any
Yeah.
of this. So yay.
It's yeah. The race stuff is just beautiful from start to finish. Like so, I mean, set up in the previous movie, obviously, and really leaning hard into the fact that this is not Ray.
Yep.
This is a Like this one more than any of the others is just there because it has to be there for its purpose. Um, and at this point, it's broken free of that containment, like with all of this. And so now this is a blank slate with no name, no identity. Having its identity, her identity is being formed right now by the people she interacts with, which is 100% the story Eva always tells. Even like in the previous series where you have her voice saying stuff of like, that the you that exists inside of you, you and me and stuff. And that's what's happening to Ray while she's her
Yeah.
identity is being formed strictly by the interaction she's having with people. And everyone is very understanding of this poor girl. Like nobody is
Mm-hmm.
judging her. Nobody, they'll tease her a little bit, but just because like it is a silly situation, like you don't know, like, but nobody's always like, you don't know what goodbye means. Everyone's just
Yeah.
uh class rep just is she just expels it. It's like, they just accept it. And it's fun to watch her learn and take these things on and take, it's very Superman as well,
Yeah.
where it's just like her. But the thing about this is, becoming removed from her purpose is also what's damning her existence. Like
Yeah.
where
She.
her story leads is like if she just stayed blank, or as she was kind of programmed to here, she probably would have just stuck around, but that's not the point of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's. I mean, we learn later on the writer's intention.
yeah,
Because I mean, with the story, you have to think about the
yeah,
intent of it,
yeah,
and this whole lead up is a very big softball for what
yeah,
he's doing.
yeah,
But between there, I so it's a very interesting mirror to the live action scene in end of is there's a very it's I felt a very good comparison of the two because he intentionally uses a cat in both.
yeah,
There's cat used to represent life. It's just a random thing. Ray learns about a cat, and then in the end of movie, there's just a cat there
yeah,
talking about Lilin and humans. It's a very good moment. It made me smile. But yeah, so um, there's a huh, there's some dialogue in here that I wrote down that says their father and son ties like that never die. I forget the context. They're talking about Gendo and Shinji.
and Shinji, yeah,
Um, and Shinji, during this whole thing, he's just depressive, laying in a corner. He sees the choker on Asuka. He starts puking as he remembers his boyfriend
yeah,
getting his head blown off. And then there's an awesome rotoscope. No, I don't think it's rotoscope. It's from what I just learned. It's a 3D CG with hand drawn over the top. So technically rotoscope. I don't know,
yeah,
but that scene with Asuka on top of Shinji, fucking awesome.
yeah,
Her shoving food down his throat, like you have to fucking eat so you can
yeah,
live. Like you can't leave me again. Eat,
yeah,
you piece of shit. Because he just doesn't want to own up to anything. He's just
yeah.
like
He's shut
I'm
down.
here.
Yeah, I'm just here. I don't want to be here, but I also don't want to do anything to change anything. So that
Yeah,
yeah, Asuka's character here is sad, so depressing to see uh where Asuka's at, because she's kind of just as checked out as Shinji, but because it's Asuka, she comes at it from a with a different energy.
yeah,
Like she's just kind of this, because like for when she's not in her plug suit, she's just kind of lounging around naked playing video games. Like that's just she doesn't go to town. She doesn't do anything to help the village. She's here to protect them, but she doesn't do anything at any point while there. Uh, she, but it's depressing to see, and she's and the whole Shinji thing has her fucking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
But at least she has her Ken Ken. She calls
she
him
has her.
Ken Ken.
She calls him Ken
She,
Ken. It's so funny because like this is one of those things where the rabbit hole that I fell into because like I remember originally I was like it's kind of weird for them to like have a relationship. But then it's like watching it this time, removed from and after watching, it's like, he's just her dad.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, okay, this is much
There's
more.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is much more normal now. This is less weird.
He's just taking care of her. He's just
Yeah,
there, you
he's
know?
the adult. She's still a child. Just
Yeah.
because she's, because it's just where we are. 14. She's still 14. Still has the mentality of a 14-year-old in the body of a 14-year-old. And she's
She's
never
actually a
had.
thousand years old,
She's
bro.
actually she's 1,000-year-old dragon girls.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this makes more. I'm much more comfortable with this relationship this time around. Like,
Yeah,
she's
no.
never had that figure in her life, and she kind of found it with him.
Yep.
He's there when she needs a person like that in her life the most, and found it, and he is not abusing that. It's not abusing that. He's genuinely cares to help her and isn't weird about it. So yeah,
And
I like it.
then and then our boy Shinji, he leaves the village all sad. And there's some awesome Ray moments after that. And there's a needle drop for a song called The Hand of Fate, which is
Yeah.
just a master stroke.
I don't think anyone is as competent at the concept of the needle drop as anyone involved in the production of this series. Like the people that are, it's like, okay, right now,
Mhm.
and it's the correct time, correct moment every time.
It's the Hand of Fate. It's
Yeah,
talking. Ray's like, she's slowly realizing I can't be here. I'm not supposed to be here. And
yeah.
she starts talking Shinji.
Yeah, you're starting to see her uh glitch out. Asuka is aware that this is going to happen.
Hmm.
Uh don't really like, I'd like as a viewer when you see her kind of again glitch out and like have a seizure and smack her head on the ground and everything. You kind of like, I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. It's pretty obvious
Yeah.
where it's going. But
She's breaking away from the story. Someone has
yeah,
to bring her
bring
back.
her
There's a lot of moments
Miss
in this
Lookalike. She
movie.
has no name. She's Miss Lookalike because she's not Rei Ayanami and doesn't want to be Rei Ayanami because she's
Mm-mm.
her own thing.
There's a lot of moments in this movie where characters are on the cusp of breaking away,
Breaking
of
free.
breaking free, and somebody, the Hand of Fate, Anno himself, just brings them back in. And he's like, you don't get to do that yet.
Not yet.
Um, Not yet. You have to trust me. He tells the
Trust the
characters
process.
this.
Yeah.
He tells the characters this. You have to trust me.
Yeah. He's very Gendo in his
Mm, um,
as the yeah.
literally is.
Yeah. The Dead Sea Scrolls foretold what's happening, Ray. Relax.
Yeah, and then she leaves the note. She's talking to Shinji, going back and forth, leaving him food because Shinji's sitting
Yeah,
on this like dilapidated tower.
Shinji has run off to an old, broke down nerve building where a family of pens are living under. It's
He's just staring at the water.
yeah,
And Ray keeps coming back to see him, giving him food, and then one day she drops off the SDAT. She
yeah,
goes, You're gonna need this."
yeah.
And it's
Dog.
just
Hey man, this MacGuffin has been in every episode of the show and every movie, so please.
you're gonna need this for the payoff in the end, I
Yeah,
promise. And then yeah, then after that is where a really cool moment where the negative colors of her suit
yeah,
that she has on are the original colors of her suit from the original series.
yeah.
Uh, and she blows up.
She she, she inverts and turns into Fanta.
And then
Uh,
we probably get my favorite little sequence in the movie. There's a dialogue happening, and someone says, "What Shinji needs is a mother," and then it cuts
Yeah.
to Misato on the ship,
Yeah.
and then quick
Yeah.
cuts
It's
to Misato looking at the watermelons given to her by her son.
yeah. No, this is
Oh,
because after Ray die. Okay, so yeah, we got to fill it. After Ray dies, Asuka is loading back up onto the Wunder to go do her job. Like they're here
yeah,
now,
yeah,
everything's done, and Shinji says like, "Well, fuck this, I'm coming back with you." Uh, and so that line that you're talking about is when uh, Mari gets reunited with Asuka.
yeah.
And Asuka's playing her game, and she's like, "You don't like cute boys or whatever," and she's like, "That boy needs a mother
A
to love
mother,
her."
yeah, and they're in the little library that Mari
Yeah,
has.
yeah,
Yeah, and then it's those quick cuts are like I put stars around it. I was like, this is my favorite scene in the movie.
it's so well.
That
It's
that
like another
little
one of those master classes, man.
is I was just like I was agape. I was like, oh my god.
You
Uh,
son of a bitch, you did it again.
yeah, it's just what he needs is a mother. It cuts to Misato
Yeah,
looking at a crate, and then it cuts to what she's looking at, which is the watermelons given to her by her son, who also has the name of her dead lover.
yeah,
Uh, Amazing. But
yeah.
and then the epic conclusion.
But I'm trying to think. There's a oh, there's one thing that happens here after Shinji gets on the ship and Mari like it's so funny because she's doing the whole like guess who thing with him and
Oh
she
yeah,
has to describe who she is and you're sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, this is the first time they've really like met like they don't know who each other are. We're in the she was introduced in the second movie, uh, and, and
yeah.
she's and this is the first time where they like talk to each other and like for realsies and have oh yeah, I'm Mari by the way, and you're like, that's right, they've never had this moment, they've never had.
And
I just thought
then
that was funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know it is really funny because she has this idea of him in her head, and
yeah.
he's just like, I don't know what the fuck you are.
Yeah, and she's
Uh,
obsessed with it because like the first scene with her in the movie, like when like after they do their fight in Europe and whatever, she's like, she's I'm gonna find you, Shinji. Like she wants to jump his bones, real bad.
she really does. And that's what Shinji needs.
Yeah,
And I mean, that's just the type of guy he is. He needs someone to be like, "Yo, I like you. Like, let's hang out forever."
yeah.
But yeah, this is the moment where I was like, "The movie's ending already. That's crazy." I was like, "Uh." I was like, "Oh, that's fast." And then I looked at the time. I was like, "I got 50 minutes left in
There's an
this,
hour of this
huh?
to go. What is happening?
What's gonna happen?" Yeah, so the Wonder arrives to pick them up,
Yeah,
and then Fuyutsuki and Gido are restarting Unit 13, and then the Wonder gets a notification. They're like, we gotta go to Antarctica where the second impact happened, and
yeah,
then in between there, Shinji and Asuka they finally talk,
yeah,
and Asuka's like, listen, you need to get your shit together. And also, I used to like you. I was in love with you at one point.
yeah,
And Shinji goes,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
He later on he tells her, "Hey, I used to like you too,"
Yeah.
but not at this moment. But
Yeah,
there's
I read a thing afterwards with this and the thing they said about like how they wanted the line delivery to come across as like it's not her saying like, I love you but there's someone else or or like I don't love you anymore. It's more of a just it's a matter of a fact statement like
yeah,
I liked you and that's just that's where it lies. It's like it's not supposed to be I still like you. It's not there's someone else in my life. It's not to make him feel bad or good. It's just something that needed to be said. Like and
she's been waiting 14 years to say it.
yeah.
So, and she's lived with this guilt of not being able to talk to this guy who
Yeah.
on one hand she hates, but on the other hand she needs,
Yeah.
and she's just been it makes sense
Yeah.
from a human perspective that that's what would happen. Like
Yeah.
it probably happens every day where there's lost friends that talk after
Yeah.
10 years and just like, yeah, I liked you back in high school.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
And
Um,
there's also the characters have this sort of base understanding in the back of their head that this is it. Like, that's for so as we're approaching this stuff, the characters become more and more sort of self-aware
yeah.
over where we're heading. Like we're heading towards the end, like the end,
Mhm.
but like whether it be the mission itself or the story itself, the characters are aware that we're approaching that. It's very and so everyone is going through their grieving processes live and in person here because we don't know where it's going to go after this. So,
Yeah. And then Shinji finally apologizes for not being there in the second movie.
yep,
And then
chose inaction over either not saving her or or fighting for her. It's yeah,
it's the first, it's the second kind of small step he's taken
yeah.
towards acceptance and his
And
new.
Asuka acknowledges it, which is nice.
Mhm. It's characters are allowed to grow in this series, which is
Yep.
awesome. But then the Wonder is attacked by a swarm of Ava units that just look a little weird.
Yeah. I love
And
everything that like once they get to the Nerve and Gendo stuff, the aesthetic of the show does exactly what it did when we got to the spears in the previous
three,
movie
yeah,
where it changes its design language to be pure cosmic horror. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible.
yeah. But yeah, there's a fight, of course. And then Unit 2, for whatever reason, is not able to attack Unit 13.
Yeah.
Uh, but then Asuka does the unthinkable. She pulls a big ass rod from her eyeball,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, which looks like the monoliths we've seen throughout.
Yeah.
And we can piece together, oh, these are things stopping, Ava's angels from attacking people.
Yeah.
And she had one in her noggin because she, as we learned,
Yeah.
has an angel inside of her.
Yeah, she has become partial angel. And that's why at the end of the previous movie, she was locked in her sarcophagus with all of those pillars and stuff to keep the angels at bay. And they've perfected that technology between 3 and 4 here with those pillars that kind of look almost like
Entry plugs,
entry
yeah.
plugs. Uh, but like it's so funny because that aesthetic is like everywhere in other stuff because even the uh the seed pods that turn into giant dandelions
Mm-hmm.
uh and the way the escape pods escape from the ship is crazy.
It's so
That
creepy.
that animation is fucked up. I don't know
Yeah.
what I like. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know what he's trying to say with this because it's so weird. It's such a weird design because the escape pods like shoot up a little bit but then kind of get stuck and sort of have to like wiggle their way out like they're being pulled out of
Ugh.
flesh but it's being pulled out of a ship and it's like it's pulling and like it finally just like bursts free and goes out. It's weird. It's like a parasite being ejected from its host kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's fucking weird and I love it. I love it. It's gross though.
It was one of those things that when I was watching it, I gave it a side eye. I was like, I don't know about this one. This
Yeah.
one's fucking weird.
Yeah.
So uh Asuka pulls a thing from her eye. She
Yeah.
becomes partial angel. She fuses with Unit 2 into an Eva angel hybrid. It looks all epic and awesome.
Yeah.
and then Unit 3 just like eats it.
Yeah. Asuka
And
dies
then
again.
Asuka dies again, and Mari's like, "This is all part of Gendo's plan," which is just like,
Yeah.
how do you plan this?
Yeah.
But in the interim, before she dies again,
Yeah.
um, she's approached by her original self, and just like Shinji and Rei in Dove and the first and the second
Yeah.
movie, um, her original comes through, and we get to learn Asuka is a clone. She
Asuka.
is a Shikinami series clone.
Yeah. I wonder if it's so funny that it's I like Shikinami, Ayanami, clones. Nami means clone
Hmm.
in this franchise.
And
Uh,
then the Wonder is under
yeah,
attack by Unit 09A.
yeah. I don't think it's. I think it's because it uses like Greek letters and stuff too. It's not like A. It's like it's like
It's
one epsilon or some bullshit.
mhm.
Yeah,
uh so yeah, Misato, so while that's happening, Misato and Ritsuko confront Gendo, and Ritsuko gets her revenge. She
it's so
pulls out the
sick.
9 and just pops them.
Yeah. Okay. So they use the angel or the Eva to infiltrate the ship, which gets Gendo into the. I'm assuming this is where Unit One, the soul of Unit One, exists down here. They don't really say it out loud, but like it's pretty obvious. That's why he's there. But yeah, I love it because it echoes End of so well. Like she doesn't
Uh-huh.
hesitate this time. This time she pulls the gun out and just immediately fucking domes Gendo. Just like no hesitation. Masato is trying to have Ritsuko isn't there at first either, which is great. Like Masato trying to talk to Gendo and then all of a sudden kapow. Ritsuko's just like
Yeah,
fuck you,
and
man.
then Gendo is he's just chilling. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm cool. And then
Yeah.
gets shot again, and his brain splatter everywhere. And he leans
That's
over and picks up his brain and puts it back in his head.
so cool, man. It's so fucked up. This is like this
It's
is
nasty. It's so
it's so
nasty.
gross, and I love it. And yeah, his Cyclops visor gets knocked off, to reveal that he has like no face anymore, like because he used the key of Nebuchadnezzar to become a god. Gendo is the god of the Lilin now.
Which is they called him that in movie 3 as well.
Yep.
They called him God of the
It's
Lilin.
it seemed like it was more of like a sarcastic comment, but it's actually no,
It's
actually he's
no, actually
yeah,
he is.
he is.
And then he reveals his great plan. He's
Yeah.
like, the Shikinami and Ainami clones need to come together to enact human instrumentality. And then he talks about Sele's conspiracy to force human
Does he mention
evolution.
here where it's like they're programmed to fall in love with the boy. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's yeah, making it seem like all of these things are like out of their control, but still even like the empty blank slate of Ray like still fell in love with Shinji, like
Hmm.
which proves that he's not as in control as he thinks, kind of thing. Like
No, that's just how much
yeah.
aura our boy
Or
Shinji
Shinji,
has. He
yeah,
just pulls up and he
just
just
oozing, yeah.
And then, speaking of aura, he appears. Our this is a stand up and clap moment right here. Gendo goes away into Unit 13. Shinji steps up and he's like, "Tag me in, boss.
Yeah.
I got this." And then the pesky children of the
Yeah,
Wonder
they are all ready to fucking kill Shinji on the spot. We got got Toji's sister and the
Midori.
yeah, the Gairu trying to trying to dome Shinji to stop him from
Yeah,
getting in the
they
robot.
both pull guns on him. They're like, listen, you're not getting in that shit, dude. You're no chance in hell. Last time you got in there, guess what happened? Everyone died. My dad died. My
Yeah,
mom died.
yeah,
Listen, you can't get in there. You do you know what happened the last time you got in there? You fucked everything up.
yeah.
And then I
Eh,
think this is where we get the flashback of Misato where she's like, Shinji, do whatever you can to
yeah,
like control your destiny or choose
yeah,
your own
yeah.
destiny.
Cheers him
Uh,
on to do third near impact, near third impact. Like she's hooting and hollering, telling him, "Do it, boy! kill
mhm.
all these, kill all these motherfuckers."
Bro, I'm looking at my notes here because, as I've said before, I take notes as the movie is happening. When Gendo puts his brains back in his head, there's so many typos. It's just like it's not even like
It
it's
fucked your shit
crazy.
up
I
temporarily.
was like, oh my
I
god.
absolutely forgot about that scene too. I. Uh,
uh, but yeah,
why does
the
he put the brains back in? It obviously
yeah, because
doesn't
not like
matter.
he needs it.
Yeah,
He's just being a freak.
he's
That's
just
just what he's
he's just
doing.
doing. Yeah, that is just aura farming to the
Uh,
max. Yeah,
and then the music drop here, the fucking uh angel attack slowly,
yeah. Where did
starting out.
when did uh Joy to the World start? Remember that started playing at
Yeah, no,
some point?
it starts when Misato comes
Oh
in
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah,
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 yeah. But so speaking of Misato, she gets shot by for
yeah.
protecting our boy Shinji. She
Yeah.
steps in the way. She's like, "No, listen, he is still my adopted son, and he can do as he pleases." Okay, and they're like, "Wait, what?" Uh,
It's so funny to see because since the last movie, Masato's character is struggling to be a new character.
mhm.
Like, but when push comes to shove, she can't help but just be the classic Masato when it comes to Shinji.
Yep.
At any point,
She said, "That's my boy.
that's
Actually,
my
you
boy.
guys can't kill him.
Yeah. What are you gonna
He
do?
has
You're
something
gonna
to
shoot
do."
me again? That's mutiny.
Yeah.
We can't.
And then she says probably my favorite quote in the whole movie
Yeah.
when she's getting the bullet dissolved within inside of her and being patched up by the woman who shot her. She says, "The best thing a son can do to his for his father is pat him on the shoulder or kill him." And
It's so sick. It's so sick, man. She has a lot
uh,
of good lines in this one. She gets a lot of one-liners that are good. She kind of like she does a lot of the like, God's greatest creation is air conditioning kind of stuff, but like for like thrusters, like classic
uh-huh.
rocket thrusters and shit.
Yeah, then Shinji gets in the fucking robot
Yeah.
and it's awesome. And
Again, we talk
uh
about it all the time, but for the meme being getting the robot Shinji, he can't keep him out of that robot.
you can't keep him out of it, especially this time around. He loves it. Uh
The robot's his favorite thing in the world. He does not.
mhm.
He's upset at any time he is not. Whenever he's not in the robot, he's having the
He's real
worst time of
sad.
his life. Yeah.
Um he gets in unit one, he approaches his father, and there's a needle drop here.
Oh god. This is this sequence of events is
It's one of those. What is
oh my
going
god.
on?
It is it might be some of my favorite animated film content of all time. It goes so fucking needlessly hard. But like it's like but like you appreciate it so much. Like
Mhm.
we are having what has taken decades to get to this point of Shinji and Gendo having an Ava throwdown. Uh a choreographed Ava throwdown in 3D CG throughout the history of the franchise. It's it's nuts.
Um yeah, so the boys start throwing hands inside of this anti-universe
Yeah,
called Golgotha,
yeah,
which is from the Bible.
yeah,
Um, it's like it's outside of Jerusalem. It's like the walls where the four canonical gospels recorded that Jesus was crucified. So that's where this is happening. And they just start fucking each other up. When does Shinji hop universes to see Ray? That's later on, right?
That's
Yeah,
later
that's
on.
that's at the end when he's
Yeah.
freeing
Yeah.
everybody. Uh, but yeah, so they start fucking wailing on each other. But what they learn, they're synced up.
Yeah.
These two boys, they're every move they do is the same.
Yeah.
Um, and we get an awesome sequence where they're going through sets of the original
Yeah.
show.
Fucking up the sets of the original show, like destroying the original show bit by bit to get their to fight themselves.
They're destroying sets of the original show, and then that on its own would be really awesome. But what is soon to follow after that is they're falling. It turns to 3D, and there's a moment. Like, there's like you look at it, and you're like, this looks like out of character. Like actually, low key bad. It doesn't look good. But then you get this camera angle where you see that like the it looks kind of flat over there, and it's a really split second, and I noted it because I thought what I remembered of the soundstage stuff was what just happened. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So then I was sitting there like, and then just the way it's shot, like just a Common Rider Ultraman fight. All the
Yeah.
buildings are flying. They're not breaking. There's like they're just throwing each other around, and then Shinji gets thrown outside the barrier where there's like sound equipment,
Yeah.
and then there's a camera angle cut, and you get to see there's a stage. So they're standing on a stage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he gets kicked through the actual like set wall, and then Gendo was like, "Violence and fear are not the ways our conflict resolves." And then Shinji's like, "I just want to talk to you. Like, why
A
are you
dog.
fighting? I just want
Yeah.
to talk."
Puts his slams his spear down into the ground.
And then outside, we have Ritsuko and Misato, and they're like, "Oh, the Black Lilith is here," because Ray pops up again, Lilith
Yeah.
pops up again, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, what is this?" And then Ritsuko's like, "Yeah, it's this imaginary Evangelion thing. I didn't think it was real, but
Yeah. As
uh,
Gendo is showing it to Shinji.
yeah." Gendo showing it as it's happening. It's called the Black Lilith from the Black
Yeah.
Moon. Um,
Evangelion imaginary is
Evangelion imaginary. And then this is just like because all my knowledge up to this point kind of ends here because I was like
yeah.
I remember the soundstage part, and then I was like okay, so I don't remember what happens now, and I was just sitting there just like mouth open, just like is this like is he really doing this? Because from here they're like yeah, it's the imaginary Evangelion, it's all this weird shit, and then it human instrumentality happens kind of. It's not the same. It's different. The Ava wanderers that we're seeing turn into human bodies with no heads.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, I know he wants me to think it's Lilith's, but in my notes, I put the extra Avas turned into Lilith, which I think is you. And I put you in the parentheses like on 4chan when people reply to your post, it says you. I was like, which I think is you. So I was like, that's me. Like it's a very I was like, wait, this is he's talking about uh us now.
Yeah.
This is unfounded room here for this series, reaching through the screen and be like, you're a part of this too, bitch. And it's like, no. Uh but and then we get flashback, not flashback, but flash outside again. Mari's talking to Fuyutsuki,
Fuyutsuki.
and he's like, "Yeah, you were one of my best students, actually."
Yeah.
And she's like, Yeah, me and you, we were best friends. Like, um, and she betrays Futsuki. Uh, and Futsuki's like calls her Mary Iscariot,
Yeah,
which is a not really a twist, but just like a hey, here's a fun little
yeah,
thing here. That's Judas over there. It's
yeah.
like okay,
You
uh,
give her both Mary and
Mary
Judas.
Magdalene and
Yeah,
Judas.
yeah.
Yep.
And she reacts to it, so he's called her this before. I don't
Mhm.
think it's supposed to be her real name, but
That's what her last name is considered, but I don't think
yeah,
it's her real last name
yeah,
either. Because Futsuki is the one character within the show who actually like quotes the Bible. He like knows ball, so he just
yeah,
says
yeah,
stuff from the Bible. And yeah, she's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go not do what you think we should do, and me and you, you're gonna win, basically.
yeah.
Um, and then the whole shit blows up.
And then he turns into Fanta.
Yeah, you get, uh,
I think we need to. We've skipped a couple of parts here a little bit because we've completely ignored the spear situation that
right.
has been going on in the background. In order to awaken the imaginary Evangelion imaginary, Gendo basically sacrifices the spears that they've been fighting with this whole time. That awakens it. So now all the spears are destroyed. So there's kind of no way to stop what he's doing now. Like that's
Yep.
it. There's no spears. He's destroyed them all, and he's used them to awaken Evangelion Imaginary, which is now creating the end of Evangelion sequence, but like with the hyper realistic Ray head, which is very upsetting the
Yes,
entire
very
time.
scary.
Every time they zoom in on it, it's so upsetting. But like we're going into this like it's having this moment where the end of Evangelion is happening and everything's turning white. All the bodies are reanimating, like you were saying, without heads. Uh, and all that stuff. And uh, Masato again, pulling it out of her ass, is like, "Yo, you know what? We can use the ship to make a new sphere."
She's like, wait, we can use the spine of this thing to make a new ship, huh?
Yeah, it's like, what? Why are you like this, Masato? But again, she's fully aware that she's in this time loop throughout every step of this situation. This is the closest she's gotten yet. Uh,
Yep.
she's this is why she got all that faith in Shinji. She's like, okay, this one may be it. This may be it, man. So yeah, they go through the whole spear creation process.
Yeah, they create a spear and they shoot it down to Shinji via well, there's a conversation happening
Yeah,
while that's happening. Is Gendo and Shinji are finally talking because they don't have spears to fight
yeah.
anymore.
So yeah,
Um,
the Gendo's new. It's the additional impact. That's what this is.
yeah,
This
this
is
is
the
the
Gendo's.
it,
This is
it
his particular flavor of impact.
this is where I was like making notes of like it feels like he's just making shit up at this point. He's like,
Yeah,
I didn't think this would happen, but this is the additional impact actually.
yeah,
But yeah, the additional impact is happening. Him and Shinji are talking
yeah,
because there's no spears to fight, which echoes back to a interesting conversation that Fuyutsuki and Gendo had
yeah,
before about men and fire and fighting with spears.
yeah,
And Ray also touches on this as well. It's a very one of those like, oh, Anno remembers everything
yeah,
type of moments, but they're talking, and Gendo tells Shinji, he's like, listen, I'm scared of you, actually. Like,
yeah,
low key, you scare the shit out of me, and I don't like it.
yeah,
Um, and Shinji is like, I understand, and he returns the Estat. He returns the MacGuffin
yeah,
to his father. He's like, hey, Papa,
Oh,
here's this
papa.
thing that I've had since episode 1. It's yours now. And Gendo lore dumps
Lord dumps his
about
entire backstory.
his entire backstory, which I'm going to just guess is a lot of Anno
Yeah,
in here. There's a lot of
yeah.
Anno story in here. It's Anno talking about himself. Uh,
This is
he
You get to see Gendo as a child, which is like not like before this. The only time we saw Gendo was as a young adult, as a delinquent young adult that Fuyutsuki's bailing out of jail.
Yeah, and he was a troubled kid. He liked reading books. He didn't
Yeah,
like talking to people because they're complicated. They messed up his world. He didn't want to interact with their worlds. They
yeah,
messed with his thoughts and how he was thinking about things. He didn't want to talk to people. Gendo loved the SDAT because he could put music in and ignore the world. And
yeah,
Shinji's like, that's what I did too. And keynote here, keen-eyed viewer, the SDAT is on track 1 and is handed
yeah,
back to our boy
yeah.
Gendo. But after the lore dump, it's on track 29.
29.
Just I we talked about this last time how this is just crazy to even be a thing in any
Yeah.
story of like this music device be a very integral thing for a
Uh,
story.
yeah, it's very
Uh,
funny to also have to be forced to be committed to the SDAT and not a cassette player. Like, well,
mhm.
it's 2021 and you're still having to like write about have your artist drawn SDAT.
It's so funny. Um, yeah, and then and then pulling back, the lance of the spear of Gaius is created by Yui. Um, and that's when Joy to the World starts, when Misato
Yeah,
does her kamikaze blitz
yeah. Wait,
into
just because it's something that will come up at the end, we should point out that during this like fight sequence, Mari is doing the overlapping thing with the Evas,
oh yeah, she's
where
overlapping the Evas. She's
so
she's consuming the different atoms, atom 1, atom 2, atom
yeah,
3.
I wrote it down. It's Mark 9A, Mark 10, Mark 11, and Mark 12.
Yep.
So she becomes Unit 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12, as it's canonically known. In uh,
Yep.
while
We
they're
need
while
her
they're while they're
powered
doing
up.
their crazy, scary, there's a billion Evas that they have to fight battle. Uh,
Yep. So Misato uh kamikaze bombs Lilith Ray's eyeball
yeah,
and it's not working. And then Yui pops up. She's like, I'm getting this shit through there, dog.
yeah.
And through that, the spirit guise is created, but also Misato gets blowed up,
Gets done blowed up again. Another end,
which
another impact, another Masato getting absolutely obliterated with an explosion.
and she's also not given the grace at the end either by Shinji.
No,
And also we
good.
remember remember back to episode 4 of this
Yeah,
show where I presented the Moses case.
yeah,
There she is.
yeah.
She's not let into eternal life. She
No,
is forbade from going
she
through.
she parted the Red Sea, which is Ray's eyeball, uh, and
And then she fucking blows up. And
she
I put in
blows
my
up.
notes, Misato, no.
Yeah,
Uh
but like, listen, spoiler alert: she finally fulfills her final destiny. Like, this is it.
helping
This is
Shinji. Yeah.
since in all of these cycles, they finally got here. Like, and Shinji is on the verge of a breakthrough. Gendo is baffled that they were able to make another spear.
He's a huh?
Uh,
And then yeah, Shinji has it like rotating in his hand like a video game like loot
yeah,
drop. It's
yeah.
just
It's
like
like you're in a VR game, and like you hold. uh,
So he has it, but he's still talking to his papa.
yeah,
And Shinji and Gendo are still talking. Gendo is like, listen, I can't accept the death of your mother.
yeah,
And Shinji's like, well, I accept death and change. Gendo also didn't think Shinji was needed. He's like, I don't think you were needed. I don't think having a child was needed. It's just something that happened. I wish you were never born. Having a child is a burden.
yeah,
And then get a cut. He starts breaking here. He starts breaking, and we see him hugging baby Shinji at the train,
yeah,
and he's saying, I'm sorry, because I didn't realize that the whole time what I
yeah,
was looking for was right here in front of me.
yeah,
My wife is inside of you, which
yeah,
is that was my first tear. I
yeah,
was like, uh it's yeah, it's so it's also just a very Evangelion thing of like if they
yeah,
would have just talked
yeah,
in episode one, this nothing would have
yeah,
happened. Nothing of this would have
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, Gendo realizes that beans. My wife lives on in spirit within this thing we created together. It's well, but like this, the guy who is 100% certain that he's the smartest man in whatever room he's in is absolutely completely ignorant to like it's a very simple concept like this. It's very like that's but that's how these people like him are. You
yeah,
know, listen,
yeah, he's
this is the life that Elon Musk leads. Like, you know, it's,
yeah, he's too focused on the tech, on
yeah,
making the Ava happen, on his goal, and
yeah,
using people as steps to get to his goal instead of actually deconstructing and then examining
yeah.
himself.
Also, during this sequence, we do learn exactly what Gendo's like goal is because Shinji asks him what he wishes for, and so he explains his process of how this impact is supposed to play out. Like, you know, we get rid of everyone's AT field, we become sort of this one mass with all of those husks of Evas that are out there. That's why there's 2 billion of them floating around all over the place. So humanity just kind of becomes this sort of singular entity, hive mind thing. No
I'm
pain, no feeling of loss, nothing.
I made a presentation about this. If you're curious, go watch the
Yeah,
last episode.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, he's just like it's it's the core message of the whole thing is like
yeah.
I don't want to engage with people. I just want everyone to be one thing, but I also want that one thing to be me only
Being
actually.
me, yeah, yeah.
uh
And so this is where you kind of don't realize it's happened. I mean, Shinji has the spear now, uh, but now after Gendo kind of comes at peace, explaining how he wanted to be a god slayer, you know, slay the gods to complete his thing. That's his complete his goal. He kind of comes to terms with how fucked up everything kind of turned out. Whoopsie daisy.
he's like,
Uh,
oh damn,
yeah,
wait.
yeah,
Wait.
and he exits stage left out of the train. Like Shinji fixed this, and then our boy, our sweet little gay boy, here he is.
This is another moment where I started crying again. And it's also like this is the moment where I was just like, there are still literally people who exist
Yeah,
who are like, these are just remakes. This is what he wanted the thing to be the whole time. And then
yeah,
we literally have Koaru be like, we've been stuck in this infinite cycle for I don't know how long,
yeah.
dude.
We've
I'm
been
so
doing this forever,
excited.
dog. Like, and it's so cool too because you know Shinji is like now he's got the spear. He's in his end of Evangelion thing. The choices are being made now, and he's repairing everything. He's making his choice while freeing everyone of what they've been sort of stuck with the entirety of this thing. And like when he reminisces with Kairu about himself, Like he remembers him meeting him at the beach, which is not where he met
Not
him in the rebuilds at all.
no.
That is where he met him in the TV series. So
Yeah.
it's like, again, this isn't that happened. That moment happened. Like, and Kairu says it plainly, and it is actually physically shown on film. Uh, and he recognizes uh after this, and then you have him with Kaji as Shinji's
Yeah.
about to move on
You
to
know,
his stuff.
yeah, there's
Uh,
like so the
I don't.
dialogue I wrote down here
Yeah,
is
it's all
I
very
wanted
confusing dialogue too. This is like you have to
oh,
sit down and
uh just the key ones
yeah,
is Quaru shows up, he's like, "Hey, I can help you handle the rest,"
yeah,
because he's under the impression every time Shinji needs him, and Shinji's like, "No, I'm good. I can handle pain and heartbreak now. I'm actually more worried about saving other people,
yeah,
but in the real world and not this imaginary one. Like
yeah,
I'm ready to save people, which is
yeah,
the fourth wall has slowly been like deteriorating
yeah,
a lot in these last couple 5 minutes or so, 10.
yeah,
This is the moment where it kind of shatters
yeah,
because he specifically says in the real one,
yeah,
not this
yeah.
imaginary one, which we can, if we wanted to assume, he could be talking about
Imaginary realm that they're in,
the
because we
imaginary
just have
realm
the
that they're in.
Evangelion imaginary and all this. Like it's not a
But
real. It's a yeah, but
they've broken away from that.
yeah,
He's not in that anymore. He's in
yeah,
the white space
yeah,
between. And he's like, I am focused on helping you.
yeah,
And then we get the Kaji and Kwaru thing, and they're just
yeah,
talking. The oceans are turning blue as
yeah,
Kaji always wanted, which is why they had the blue ribbon on them to represent the return of the sea from being dead to being alive
yeah,
again. And then and then Kaji's like, "Isn't it interesting how your name Nagisa means beach?"
yeah,
It's a very interesting thing of like the water coming up and coming back, and it's like we were saying this whole series, everything's very intentional. It's
yeah,
a bridge, like his name is literally the bridge between like the land and the
yeah,
earth, the heavens and the earth.
yeah,
And the character is literally saying, "Hey, isn't it weird?"
yeah,
Which is just one of those like, okay,
yeah.
um,
And coming to terms with the fact that like he uh his whatever his perceived goal is, he sort of that even Quairu's deluded himself.
yep.
Like it's like you're not trying to make Shinji happy. Like it's like your happiness is gauged on Shinji's happiness, which is fucked up.
Hmm.
That's why you're
And
the fallen angel. That's why you went from 1 to 13,
one
dog.
to 13, yeah. And this
Commander
is
Nagase, which is also very
this is the moment where, because Anno, like I've brought up before, he writes in service of the characters how they would approach something. This is
yeah,
not. This is the opposite of that. This is him writing. He's speaking through them
yeah,
very pointedly
yeah,
now because he's broken away from the structure of before.
yeah,
And then there is the you are who you are, and that's fine. And Asuka wakes up on the end of Evangelion Beach,
yeah.
and the vibes are immaculate here.
Oh god.
Everything's happy. She's not being choked. She's
Yeah,
also an adult now.
yeah.
She's
Because
grown.
that was like her, because
Her big thing. She
that
wanted to
was her
grow
big
up.
thing. She wanted to grow up, and the Evangelion, both the show and the robot itself, stopped that from happening. Wherever you are, whether she's a clone or whatever, or just any of that. So
And she looks a lot like series Asuka.
yeah.
Uh,
A weird rabbit hole I fell down. I was after watching this, I was shopping for merch, as one does, looking around. I was like, oh, I get some Oscar stuff. Every single piece of merch based on this look of Oscar just calls her Oscar Langley. That's it. There's no Shikinami or Soryu. This is
Yep.
just Oscar Langley. Uh, uh, everything else from any of these movies is Shikinami or Soryu, but the merch based on this particular official merch on this particular look is just Oscar Langley.
Hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
And this is where Shinji says, "Thank you." He thanks her like,
Yeah,
"Thank you," and he says, "Also, I liked you too." It's a very sweet moment.
yeah,
Another little as me, and then we get another Kwaru scene. We get the conclusion of Kwaru and Shinji, where
yeah.
Shinji goes, "I've met you here a bunch of times,"
Like he
and
now like remembers. Like yeah, it's
and then Quarus says, "Yeah, our names are listed in the Book of Life. We'll keep seeing each other." Uh, don't know what that means.
Shinji's like, not if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "I don't want anything to do with you." Um, and then all Evangelions are cast aside. He
Yeah.
wants a world where Evangelion does not exist anymore. He's like, "Listen, these things, a world without them is a world where we're all happy." Uh,
Okay, Anno.
uh, and
This is the Ray scene.
they
This is Ray. This is
this
him
is
coming to terms with Ray. Ray appears here with extremely long hair,
he was
and
trapped inside
yeah,
Unit 1.
yeah, and a doll, which is has the name of the baby that she wasn't taking care of. The clone that died was taken care of. She would have absolutely no relation to this baby in any way, shape, or form, which is just another one of those. But this is a series that overlaps with itself, and these characters are forming into one character before being cast off in their current states with all of the rest of the Evangelion everything. So
Uh,
I
yeah.
love this scene.
So I
This
love that
scene's so
scene
sick.
too.
The way they're having their conversation, like he's got the SDAT, and they're kind of like explaining it, and I love the title drop that happens in this
Oh
whole
no, I
thing.
mean
Yeah,
there's even more before that.
yeah,
There's even
oh
more
yeah,
that we kind of
yeah. I'm
gloss
letting you.
over.
I'm just talking.
Yeah. So um after we get the scene with Kaji and Kwaru,
Mhm.
they're like he's like Kwaru's like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, what am I gonna do?" And Kaji's like, "You can help tend to the earth with me and Misato." And he's like, "That sounds better than anything else." And there's a literal like gate that closes, like it
Yeah,
closes, uh,
yeah. A big
and
rolling shutter, warehouse style.
the warehouse closes, and then
Mhm.
that's the sounds. Then we get the sound stage with Ray.
Yeah,
There's shots of all the models. All these there's Evangelion suits on the wall. There's the model of the ship. There's a soundstage in the middle. There's PlayStation controllers hooked up to
cameras.
cameras
Yeah,
that they use to navigate to film this very movie that we're watching
yeah,
right now. And Shinji and Rei, they start talking, and overhead projectors beams on them, starts flashing clips from the main series.
from the TV show.
Uh, and then the best title drop
Yeah,
ever,
yeah.
where Shinji's like, "I want to create a new world," and Rei says, "Neon Genesis," and then the original
Opening
title just
title card. Yeah,
flashes.
and projected over them too.
It's
So it's like it's it's one of those one perfect shot experiences. It hits hard too. It's
mm-hmm.
just like, oh my god.
I I screenshotted that. That was one of
Yeah,
those like I'm taking a picture of this because I watched it on my TV and then I came in here on my computer. I'm like I'm fucking pulling that shit up. Like
yeah,
I'm getting a screenshot of that. It just like There's also that scene in the original series that does the same thing, but not like this. But it uses the overhead projector on top of the characters. My one of my favorite scenes from the original series, but it's cool to see it used here, but also in
Yeah,
the way of like we're in a soundstage, we're talking. Um, it's just kind of zooming out. I don't know how you come up with this concept of I'm gonna have the characters talk on a soundstage.
yeah.
Actually, like I'm gonna have them like it's
I
such. I mean, it's a very intentional choice to
yeah.
break the fourth wall that he's been doing. Uh,
Ano will stop at nothing to force you to reckon with the fact that this is a TV show. Like it's like he's like you guys need to fucking separate your hearts from the show. You need to see it as a show, not a religion. Like a lot of
yeah,
especially especially like a lot of people take on their take on the cause of their media, and that's definitely a sticking point that I know has always had, uh even during the production of the original series, like whatever it is. So it's the thing that he does with a lot of the characters. Like I used to always say, Oscar's desperate to keep this a robot TV series, a
mhm,
mecha show, and Anno's desperate to force you to look at it from the camera lens, not from
yeah,
this being real people doing real stuff, and him saying this stuff shouldn't be taboo. Him acknowledging that these are characters in a play is not like against some sort of code. Like, you people are weird. Relax. This is a TV show. Listen to me for once in your goddamn lives. Go outside. Touch grass, please.
yeah. It's and I don't know. There's like I guess two camps of people who watch this show. There's one that exists in that camp, and one that
Yeah,
exists in like our camp. And this was like the because like whenever I watch movies, I watch it where I let the movie give me the context and the guardrails and
yeah,
everything. Like I exist within the rule set it gives me,
yeah,
and the movie was slowly taking down those guardrails. Where like at this moment, it's just like I was saying before, where it felt like he was reaching out. This is the moment where I was just like, oh, like he is here in the room, and I don't know how to feel. I don't know what his intent is here with
yeah,
me. I mean, because like his intent with the other camp is like,
yeah,
listen, bye bye, like
yeah.
bye bye all Evangelion, bye bye.
Okay.
But then this one is like it's there's a very sweet and sincere, loving
Yeah,
angle that I found where it's just like just a pure sense of like appreciation. Like
yeah,
I mean, at the end, you know, just kind of skipping over just real quick, but at the end with the credit sequence of like "I love you more than you'll ever know"
yeah,
is like it's a reciprocal feeling. Like he's telling
yeah,
us, and we're telling him
yeah,
I love this more than you'll ever know, and you love me
yeah,
vicariously. It's
yeah,
very it's a very sweet kind of
yeah.
moment.
It's especially with the Ray stuff here. He really is coming across as like him having his own reckoning too at the same time. Like, I know I've said a lot of stuff and I've made you look at I made you look in the mirror and stuff, but no. I don't regret any of this. Like, he's come to terms with what Evangelion is. To
Hmm.
him, he's like, I gotta go. uh we're done here. I can't do this anymore. I think for everyone's continued health, I need to not be wallowing around in this miasma of anxiety uh,
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, dog, I love what I, even though I may come across as grumpy, I do.
Yeah, because even in like the like extra materials outside of this,
Yeah,
he during the process, he's like, I never want to do this again.
Yeah.
I hate Evangelion, is what he was
Yeah.
saying while
Yeah.
making this.
Yeah.
But then there's a quote from him after he finished it. He says, actually, I love this series a lot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's just kind of like the artist in him. When you're working
Yeah.
on something, you just kind of hate it. You're like, I fucking hate this thing. But then
Yeah.
you finish, you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, goodbye, all of Evangelions. Then we, the viewers, we get melted into this. The show, the movie turns into lines, into basic forms. We get melted down into our base form, and then slowly the color, not slowly, Mari appears and the color comes back
Yeah.
and she pops up and Shinji's on the beach again and she pops up and she comes out. She's in her schoolgirl outfit where Shinji met her for the first time and she's like, "Hey, mister, come here."
Yeah.
And she's all like got the see-through white shirt,
Yeah.
and the world has color again. Shinji has there's something there for him, something new. This is the thing that he didn't get to reckon with her.
Yeah.
She was outside of this and she just pops in like, hey,
Yeah.
I need to be here.
Yeah.
Um
We did skip past the a moment that like kind of like I've been on the verge of being emotional during all of this, but the scene that kind of broke me for a moment is when we're getting rid of all the Evangelions. Uh
yeah.
and Shinji is ready. Like this process involves sacrificing himself. He has to take that spear and then finish all the Evangelions that are getting molded into sort of one singular creation. He's got the spear, and as he's about to end it, he gets pushed away, and you see Yui. That broke me. I don't know what it was. It was just like at that moment, like the mother sacrificing herself as Unit 13, aka Gendo, embraces her,
Embraces her, yeah.
and like and Shinji coming with the realization of when he wanted to slay the gods, this is what he meant. And so Shinji can still exist in this world that he has now created for other people. Uh, and so they sacrifice themselves. Gendo had his reckoning and gets what he wants in the end.
Yep.
It was beautiful. There was like a combo of things. Like it's beautiful the look on Yui's face when she looks at Shinji, and also a bit of uh watching this and realizing it's like we're at the end of this, and uh the journey that we together, you and I, have been on this, like thinking back on it, and I'm even getting kind of emotional talking about it now. It's really been a lot and special, and I've enjoyed it. So it really made me feel those feelings as we're wrapping it up, and all
Mm-hmm.
the Evangelions are going away with the, the thing. It made me feel.
Well, I am a known crier. I
Me too.
cry. I like to cry. Evangelion has made me cry a lot during this process, but what made me cry was the ending, the actual ending where Shinji's grown up.
Yeah,
He's at this station. Mari sneaks up behind him, is like, "Guess who?" Like,
yeah,
"Oh, you smell like an adult. Like, you smell
yeah,
so good. I love you. Like, let's
yeah,
go have some fun." And then there's that zoom out, and it's our world.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
It's Shinji running through our world. Like you can see them running off into, like, he's escaped
they're
it. He's
He's
finally
escaped it. He's free. We see all the other characters. They're there too, but they're not. The only two they're talking really are Kwaru and Ray, which makes
yeah.
sense.
You see a sort
They
of
can.
you sort of see like a blob, a Oscar shaped blob doing stuff. Like she just sitting on a
Yeah,
bench, but no details to her, but she's there.
and
Yeah,
but the thing here, right,
yeah,
is when that song kicked in. That is when I lost it. I was just like, it's, and then I got curious. I was like, what? Where did they shoot that at? I googled it. It's the Ube Shinkawa station. That is where Hideaki Anno was born. That's where he's from.
Wow.
Uh, and that is where I broke down because that combined with the song playing
uh,
is it.
absolute.
I
Yeah.
I have goosebumps right now. It's
uh, One Last Kiss is such a perfect uh song to have for this, man. It's a beautiful song. I love this song. I got the record of it. I got the vinyl
mm,
record of this song. It's gorgeous, and it's somebody very familiar to you.
the Kingdom Hearts lady.
Kingdom.
It's that's also another one of those things. It's just fun to me to be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's another person connected to another thing
yeah,
I love. Um, but yeah, that song is just like it's meta contextual
yeah,
on such a crazy level.
yeah,
But then I just like I started crying so hard. I turned the movie off and I went
yeah.
outside and I was just like staring up at the stars as my dogs were like playing, and then I was just like, and then I started crying more, and that just like I love you more than you'll ever know was just
Yeah.
playing like just echoing through my head, and I was just walking around my porch, just like hands on my head, just like shaking my head. I was like, oh, this is it's very emotional because that is also everything is broken down at this point. There's nothing left.
Yeah.
And our last communication with Anno is this like I'll
Yeah.
love you then, and
Yeah.
it's such a drastic shift
Yeah.
from episode one to this. It's so it I don't know, it is it's one of those things that's just like no piece of media can replicate that specific thing. And yeah, it's I don't know.
I read that Utada was given the like the statement of like what voice are you going to use, like, basically like it's up to you really, like. And
Mm,
she wrote the song coming from the angle of Asuka, apparently.
yeah.
uh which makes sense. If you read it, if you read the lyrics, the English translation of the lyrics, there's a lot of, because they even have moments in there that are like directly referenced to like stuff that happens in the movie, where it's like uh I don't like being photographed. Like there's a scene where Kensuke is trying to film Asuka, and she's like, "Don't."
Oscar,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a couple of moments that I do want to touch on that we kind of skipped past just because they weren't really important to the plot, but I just thought they were fun moments. One of them being after the end, like when everything's and they have the like escape pods like have crash landed, and also Asuka's escape pod has crash landed. You can see all the footprints going into the heading towards the village. I thought that was just a sweet, like, it's okay, everyone. Like it's okay. Don't worry.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna. There is no rug pull that's gonna happen. There's no Ano rug pull that happens here. Something that you're super used to,
Yep.
like, because the one thing that he loves to do is set you up high, like he was doing with Ray earlier in the movie, just to like give you one last like, ha ha. But not here. He's just like, no, everything will be okay. I also like when they get the new plug suits before they start their final mission, and like Asuka is just like, like, yeah, these are our funeral suits. Like they're crisp and white and clean. It's like, it's like she's aware. Like
Uh-huh.
she's so aware. I like that scene, but yeah, just I just such a beautiful movie, man. Like
It
it's the
really
same thing.
is.
It's the same thing. Like we talked about it when we covered End of, where despite all of the tragedy that's in that, it's such a beautiful movie with a positive message, even if it's being told in a universe of, sadness and desolation through the lens of um, sort of unspeakable terror. It's still like, but hey, you know what? Everything can be okay. Like the world
Yeah.
still exists out there. Look at this cat. Isn't that cool?
It's like, yeah, this might be fucked up right now, but this cat,
Yeah.
there's life outside of this screen.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you went outside and stopped, turned this off, and went out there, you might see that cat. Who knows? Have you thought about
yeah,
it?
and this was that moment for Shinji. This is
Yeah,
this is his like,
he gets to go outside the screen.
yeah, it's yeah, and just on the note of beautiful, I don't think I've ever seen an animated movie look like this high
Yeah,
quality. It's
I got the 4K special edition of it.
yeah,
I
no,
was just like,
same.
you're just sitting there looking at it, because like up to this point, everything that's Eva is just there's only 1080p
1080p.
Blu-rays of it. This is the only 4K Eva thing, and at least for us, uh, and it's like bafflingly beautiful. I like being able to see animation. Animation benefits the most from like the fidelity jumps that we've been
Mm.
having in the recent decades. So uh
Yeah, no, there's so many moments where I was just like, it's just like, especially when they were in Village 3,
mhm,
just just like pausing the movie and just going, huh,
yeah,
that it's just beautiful art.
yeah,
I don't know, it feels, I'm just so glad that he's not touching the sequel series.
yeah,
I'm glad, like, this is such a perfect send off for him,
yeah,
and he's very much like, I'm done, I'm
yeah,
happy. I'm glad he ended it the way he did.
yeah,
Like, it's there's not really there. This is the only way you could end this series.
yeah,
I can't think of any other way that it could come to a
yeah,
conclusion besides just
yeah,
breaking down every
yeah,
rule that
yeah,
animation and storytelling has ever had, and just
yeah.
just laying it
Well,
all
yeah.
bare.
Well, it's also really we've been the one thing, the overarching thing that we've sort of set up, that I set up before the show started, and we've sort of connected to it, is how it's a time loop. The characters know what they're doing, and they're gonna keep doing it until they figure it out, basically.
Yep.
And that like happens here because we are also at a state where it can't happen again. Like the time loop simply just cannot happen again. Shinji closed that door
Mhm.
because that loop, it can only happen because of the Evas and all of the stuff related to the Evas. So it's like they finally, Shinji learned life's lessons in the most horrific way possible, and here we are, and he did it. And I do like when he's explaining to Ray how he's going to do it. He's like, "It's not. I'm not traveling back in time. I'm not. So I'm just deleting." The existence of the Evas. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. I am not butterflying effect shit here. I am deleting the Evas. It's like I don't think that's how it would work, Shinji, but you know what? Let's see. And it worked. So
Yeah,
good.
because we established the rules don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's he's talking about the real world, and
Yeah.
all those little Evas walking around. He's probably talking about the consumerism around the series as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That's a little
Headless
thing to.
the headless wanderers just shambling about with their Evangelion clothes, doing who knows what.
It's just something to nibble on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
but then the moment when it turned into me, that's when I got scared. I was like,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
No, I don't like
Because then,
put that mirror down. Put the mirror
yeah,
down, please.
and then because I was like, yeah, that's me. And then they turn into actual humans. I'm like, wait, it is me. It's one of those, like, oh fuck.
I like the character designs of everyone, like as grown up normal people. Like And I like confident Shinji. That's fun. It's fun. It's always fun when
Yeah,
it's like
it's,
normal confident, not weird. I have to fight this giant space alien. I confident. It's like normal, kind of flirty with Mari.
it's
Got
so
big
good.
boobs. Yeah, it's so good.
It's just so good. And
Yeah.
then uh yeah. There is a Reddit post I found forever ago where someone was asking, "Is the end of the last movie, is that an alternate timeline?
Uh, no.
Did you watch the movie?"
Yeah. It's the
uh
timeline. It's the time. It's the current and forever Evangelion timeline. It's not the end of the movie. Evangelion has never happened. So
yeah. Um
and
so
can never happen. It's over. It's done. We're out of it. See ya.
and there's an Eva Geeks forum post that I have kept in my back pocket.
Oh
Um
boy.
it's called Shinji creates a new world in the ending of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 question mark.
Question mark.
Um does the rebuild one still exist or did it become the world where Shinji is at the station? Reply, I don't think so since you see the world going on. Asuka returns to Kinsuke's house, etc. To me, the train station scene is pretty symbolic of the end of Shinji, Eva's, and Anno's story. Good. Follow up. Just food for thought. A lot of disappointment with the way Thrice resolves its character relationships. It like essentially partying. The characters are essentially partying and not explicitly shown to be in line for a reunion. Perhaps it was decided that instead of prior endings where Shinji reconciles and integrates, the more fitting into his character conflicts is to get as far away as feasibly possible. And for Shinji, a fictional character, this involves the filmmakers deciding to use their unique powers to grant him a reality bounce. At the core of Shinji's character is the wish to not be where he is, and that's basically where he ends up. Anno has previously willfully shut down the whole apparent escapism is bad message because people have attributed to him and has said, actually, it can be a great experience overall to run away. Shinji is always shown to grow in these instances. They facilitate instead of prevent growth. Or perhaps, in the case of Thrice, Shinji has earned the right to run away without it being an unhealthy decision. And this equates to freeing himself from the narrative without that being destructive to those around him and himself. In other words, I've seen some take issue with the fact that a narrative preoccupied with the conflict of not running away then concludes that way. But I find it hard to believe such a pointed decision was made in error. Or at least I don't believe it's a contradiction.
Well, there you go.
So it's a whole lot of nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't what?
There's
Um
something that I learned during talking about these movies in particular, and it's that for whatever reason, this brain shuts off the sort of intellectual discourse sector of the Evangelion groups because there doesn't seem to be any singular cohesive discussion about the point of these movies in any way. Every time you read comments, I had a lot of downtime at work today, and I was reading stuff, and it's just like come on, watch it. Like I hope you watched it again. This was 4 years ago. I hope you watched it before this because especially with Mari, Mari's character is so like it's so weird to be so under a microscope, but not like I don't know, figuring it out, learning about her, figuring out what her goal in the franchise was. The people are starting to that thing where they're like licking the window of the breakthrough. There are these moments where people are like they recognize that she's there to be not
different.
Evangelion in the series. She's supposed to be different. She's not like any of the other characters in there. She literally crashes in through the sky, interrupts everything, and changes the course of the thing and of this franchise and Shinji and everyone that she interacts with. And she and the story goes is that Anno didn't even create her because he couldn't, and so this
Yep.
is like She is not an Evangelion character, which is why it's also important to have Shinji run away with her at the end. She doesn't belong there. She never belonged there. And it's more of Shinji escaping from Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so obvious. And
Yeah.
people are talking about because she doesn't have a lot of screen time. In any like three, I think she has the most screen time.
Yeah.
She's not in this very much. When she is a fucking firecracker. She's doing a lot of heavy lifting with what little time they have left that she has left in this franchise. It's impressive how she gets a lot done, but people just kind of write her off. It's like she has no impact on the story, and I'm like, I don't know what you're watching. Uh, It's nonstop. Every time she's involved in any singular moment in this thing, it creates something that there's something that she's involved with. It's so
Yeah, no,
crazy.
it's because Anno himself can't make those decisions, so he has to
Yeah,
have something else do it.
yeah,
Which is what I've been saying is he writes for
yeah,
the characters,
yeah,
and he's like, well, my characters wouldn't do this. I need
yeah.
someone else to fucking
Yeah, this
do
isn't
this.
my Shinji, please. Shinji's
Yeah,
voice actress, I need you. And the story goes that Mari is just his wife, but that
yeah,
doesn't. Which there's a lot of conflicting, but also I don't trust anybody that talks about
yeah,
these movies on the internet anymore,
yeah.
except for
No,
you.
I mean, yeah, I think Anno like himself has said it's not her, but he also has said a lot of other
He
things
said a
that
lot
just
of stuff. We have
aren't
talked
true.
about millions of things that he has lied about, just lied about. So,
Yeah,
because it would be a weird thing to admit that, like, this character is based off of your wife and she runs off with 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 the young boy character you created 30 years ago, kind of, it's,
I mean, she runs off with him,
with
so
him.
it's kind of
Like, it's not that
yeah,
crazy. Like, if you come at it from that angle, every moment, everything that, yeah, people have a real problem with Shinji ending up with Mari, and it's super weird. But it's just that it's a lot of people just come at content with shipping,
yeah.
like, just
No,
plain and simple.
we've
So
seen the Asuka and Shinji. They don't vibe. Like
yeah,
they're they wouldn't be good together.
they would be a terrible couple. They love each other. But it's definitely clearly if they just kind of came across each other as friends,
Mm,
brother and sister kind of situation, like brotherly sisterly situation, I think it'd be a much healthier relationship because they're
yeah,
kind
I think that's
yeah,
I think that's where they landed,
yeah.
dude. This is random.
Okay.
I was looking at the Shinji voice actress, like her, like what voices she's done.
Yeah,
She voices Yuta in Jujutsu Kaisen, which I had no clue.
that's
And
crazy.
Yuta's my favorite character in
Well,
in that series.
just a little, just again, just
Just one of those things,
coincidences
like they
all
keep,
the way down.
yeah. That's crazy. Now I'm trying to see what else could she be in that I'm like that's my favorite character. Uh, but yeah, I don't know,
Meanwhile,
dude.
Spike Spencer's been in nothing that anybody likes. So
Good. She voiced Yugi and Yu-Gi-Oh.
she also just looks cool as hell, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
she was in Sailor Moon as well.
she was she was Sailor
Sh-
Uranus. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
She's a lifer in the industry. Like it's like she's just one of those voice actresses that has just been in like like since the 80s, I think. Not early 90s,
Mm,
maybe. It looks like
let me
92. Yu Yu
see.
Hakusho. She was her
Yeah, Yu Yu
first role.
Hakusho. Kurama. Whoa.
Love to see
Dang.
it. Detective
Wow.
Conan. Oh hell yeah.
Dude. I wonder what. I want to say Misato, but then I'll be like, oh wait, she's Sailor Moon. Uh,
Samurai Pizza Cats. Hell yeah. That's Masato, by the way. Oh my god, she was in an episode of Magical Princess Minky Momo. Actually, she is Sailor Moon. You're right.
yeah.
That's nuts.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh,
it's like,
she was in Blue Seed.
oh,
I didn't know
that's
Blue Seed.
crazy.
Uh, didn't know Blue Seed predates Eva. That's that's nuts. Okay, I thought that was after. She was Metamon in Pokemon.
Oh,
Anyways,
so look at Oscar real quick before we end. Let's see. Anything cool? Let's see. Uh darn.
nothing cool.
She's an outlaw star.
I mean, I like
She
Outlaw
put,
Star.
she played Aisha Clan, whatever that is. She's in
The
Pop Team Epic too.
oh man, uh,
She was in the
the
Berserk anime. She voiced Casca.
the Masato voice actress was in Paranoia Agent.
Oh, you know, I can't believe you didn't know that she voiced Sailor Moon.
I mean, I think I did, but it's just one of those like,
It's one of those
oh
things
god,
that's
yeah,
like it's her voice performance is so different
yeah,
than
she's a great voice actor.
Ava.
I am looking at Spike Spencer's body of work, and it's annoying. It's an annoying body of work. Oh, he was in Golden Boy. That's not fair.
Did he voice the main guy?
No, his
But
character
he
was
did.
apparently made. It's like he played a maid in that puny
Mm.
poemy. He was in Sailor Moon project. Steel Angel Karumi. What normal cartoons was he in? Space Dogs and Peter Rabbit. He played himself in an episode of The Nostalgia Critic.
Ew. Now that's some lol. That's some lolcow lore, dude. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
uh, I don't want to have a credit next to Doug Williams. That is not high on my list of things that I want. I'm
Um,
interested in. Zach, I think we need to wrap it up. I think it's time.
I think it's time to end all Evangelion.
And all of Evangelion. What the got the what's the how does it end? I'm thinking uh there's song lyrics that are coming into my brain right now that I'm trying to remember without fucking them up. Frank Sinatra's My Way.
My
Yeah,
way.
the final lines of that song is, "For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. To say
Yep.
things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows, and I did it my way." There you go. That's our boy Shinji.
That's our boy Hideaki
Anno.
Anno.
Yeah, he learned. He learned what is a man, and it wasn't a miserable pile of secrets.
No,
It's the people. It's the
it's
people
a
that you
man
look
full of
after.
depth and
Yeah,
love.
exactly. Who's willing and able to express himself and have his own feelings instead of what people are telling him he needs to feel, and let other people
Amazing.
have their feelings.
No,
No,
anything with that.
but yeah. So I
Uh,
guess after this, I mean, we might go on a little hiatus while we figure some things out. We want to come back. I said we come back one time and do like just ancillary Evangelion stuff as sort of lighthearted, fun things, not really dig into the weeds, talk about things that are Evangelion that aren't the shows or the movies. Talk about
the
the manga a little
Gendo,
bit. Talk
the
about the
Gendo Razor.
Gendo Razor, the countless coffee promotions, the manga. There's several different weird ones. There's other stuff that we can just kind of touch on and talk about and have fun with. The video games, all that stuff. So
Yeah, the video game, the PS2 video game where the Black Moon lore is dropped. You
yeah,
don't hear
that
about that until later on.
yeah. It's nuts. And also my favorite, the Nintendo 64 game, which is just like a weird fighting game,
Oh
but
yeah,
it with the greatest Evangelion scream ever because it's just the
it's
raw
bit crushed.
audio that hasn't been like modulated or anything. So it's just the voice actress of Yui screaming. so, so it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Uh, but Zach, I've loved this.
Well, it's not done.
I mean
We have
this.
more.
I mean I know we have more, but I just mean this particular series. It's something that I've needed. It's been real special. I've found something with this. Uh, it's great, and I feel like we've
Yeah,
become even better friends because of it than ever.
I would agree.
We've always had a good connection, but I feel like we really landed something here.
Yep, I would agree. And this series is crazy.
It's
The
it's to both of us some of the most important art in our personal lives. So
yeah,
it only made sense if we're going to start doing this because, like, obviously it's Evangelion. Zach and I both said, we said at the beginning that we just don't have, we've never had somebody to talk to, anyone that would care to talk about it with. Everyone just kind of either brushes it off or doesn't really want to look too deep into it or just, whatever. So this made a lot of sense. But Zach and I have very similar ideals when it comes to media literacy. We watch movies and stuff kind of in a very very similar way. Uh, uh, I like to, and I know you're the same way. I like to have it happen to like just let the thing happen to me at first. I could do the heavy lifting later.
yeah.
I don't sit there and I don't want to think too far ahead while watching it. Let the author let the artist tell me, and then when I'm done, I want to dig in myself. What did this mean? How did this mean? That stuff, and we
Yeah.
come about it. And there's a lot of art out there that we can consume that can give us the same depth of conversation we've had for Evangelion. So
Yeah,
uh,
shocker, there's a lot of it.
there's a lot of it, and there's not a lot of people that want to just sit down and talk. Uh, prattle on about the real world lore of the concepts being presented in something. So I can't wait. I can't wait till we nail down some other stuff. We've got other plans. We know what the next steps of this is. So we just got to
Kingdom
sort of
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I'm deep in the I'm further along in Kingdom Hearts than I've ever been before. I'm in the weeds now, brother. and
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
is
Hearts,
has
yeah,
the same DNA as this very series.
yeah.
So,
Uh, like listen, I've always said it. Kingdom Hearts has two things that I love more than anything: Disney and lore. Why the problem is Kingdom Hearts is kind of a bad game.
it's bad.
so
It sucks,
so it's hard for me to get through that
but I
part,
love
but
it.
I want the lore, so I am powering through Kingdom Hearts 1 because I want the lore and I want to sit down. And I feel like if we do Kingdom Hearts, it's definitely going to be more of you helping me parse it out because you've had a lot more experience with it and I'm having a singular experience with it. So
Yeah,
that
you
will be
forgot a
fun for
third.
me.
You
Yeah.
forgot a third thing that you like. You like Disney. You like lore. You also like a weird ass dude behind it.
I do like a freak, a little weird freak goblin making art. It's always my
A
gimme,
a
gimme, gimme.
weird auteur making art with Disney toys. Is this
Yeah,
really crazy?
I conceptually have always loved the concept of kingdom. Like, listen, I used to do a Disney podcast. It'll come back one day. I never finished it, but I want to finish it. I know the inside out of Disney very well. I know how they handle things. Uh, it's still baffling to me, the Kingdom Hearts situation, because it breaks so much of what Disney allows.
Yep.
Uh, except for the except for the first game, because there was a lot there there were a lot of contractual issues back then. Disney had signed a bad deal that kind of limited Mickey Mouse's use and other stuff. So, uh, Kingdom Hearts 1 suffers from that, with a sort of lack of Mickey Mouse in. But that's a story for if we ever get around to that.
But he's there,
He's there.
lurking in the
Or-
shadows in
yeah,
a hoodie, aura farming.
yeah. But until then, Zach, love you, brother.
Bye.
Goodbye. One
Bye,
last
all of
kiss.
Evangelion.
Goodbye, all of Evangelion. Comb Suser Todd.